Hey Disney Dorks, welcome back. We're here to do another video vlog.
Q&A
We're going to do some question and answers for you that you guys had posted for us in the group. And we're going to do our best to answer them and give you our opinion and our thoughts.
All right, so away we go. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, he says he's ready. All right, question 1 is from April. Hi, April. Okay. I've heard a lot about Cyberspace Mountain at Disney Quest in downtown Disney. Have you done it? And if so, was it worth it? We have not done it. We have never been to Disney Quest. We get free tickets in our package every year, and we have not done it yet. It is on our bucket list.
Yeah, it does look like a ton of fun to me.
Being a huge gamer.
Yeah, there's multiple floors and of video games and different interactive things that look really, really cool. Cyberspace Mountain is a virtual roller coaster where you get to design your own track, and there are some preset courses you could ride as well, but you get to make a crazy roller coaster. Or if you weren't, that big of a coaster fan, you could make a pretty simple one. But it's pretty neat that you get to make your own coaster from scratch. And the technology that they use is really cool. And from what I've heard, it's kind of a blast. So I would definitely not think it's a waste of money.
Yeah, there's lots of other things to do in there as well.
Yeah, and it's cheaper, obviously, than the parks. So if you have a little bit of extra money, it'll probably be a really nice thing to check out. We're definitely going to do it very soon. It's high on the list to do.
Yeah, maybe even this trip.
Maybe.
Maybe even this trip. We'll have vouchers.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, April. Okay, so Missy's up next. And Missy wants to know what we think of the Kingdom Keepers series. She knows that they were for tweens, but she loved the first 3 she read. Well, I've read the first 3 as well, too, and I actually love this. Actually can tie back into April's question. They actually have a Disney Quest part in the Kingdom Keepers, so that's pretty cool. Little tie in there. I love them, too. I feel like, I can actually visualize myself in the park and know exactly what scenes are there, and it's pretty cool.
I've only read the first one, and I did really enjoy it. It was a good book. For some reason, I wasn't inspired to continue reading. I probably would pick it back up again, though, if I ever had some extra time. What I am actually more excited about is the potential new movie. Kingdom Keepers, by the way, is not written by Disney or created or produced by Disney. But Disney is making their own similar version of what happens after the park closes. So the attractions come to life, but I would say it's a bit more like Night at the Museum than it is Kingdom Keepers. So it's a little bit different, but it's directed by Jon Favreau, one of my favorite actors, writers / directors. So he's really cool, and it's going to be called Magic Kingdom, and it's still in some of the beginning phases. So that will be really interesting if they do get to pull that one off. I'd love to see it. So
I'll watch it. Okay, so we'll go on to the next question. Thanks, Missy, for submitting yours. This one's from Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Okay, she wants to know what are most awesome things to do at Epcot. And she also wants to know what our favorite foods are at Epcot. For each country, she wants us to list one.
I can't do that.
I can't do that either. I complained when we got to America and I needed to get on the boat. But guess what? The boat wasn't running. So I had to keep on keeping on. We have eaten at some of the countries.
Yeah, we've eaten at a lot of them, actually.
We did hibachi in Japan.
Yeah.
Teppo.
Japan was pretty good hibachi. We also often, quite a bit, have eaten at Le Cellier in Canada. And it's probably the best restaurant, in my opinion. The filet mignon. If I had to answer this question and say what would be my favorite food at what place, it would be the
filet mignon
from Le Cellier.
Yes.
So it's really, really good.
Lunch and dinner is now 2 credits.
That's true.
If you're on the dining plan.
And not cool, but that's true.
It's worth it.
It is worth it. And the other thing they have there is they've got pretzel bread, which is amazing.
I am iffy on the pretzel bread with the hives.
It's really, really good. And then their dessert, they've got a chocolate mousse, and it actually comes in the shape of a moose. And that might even be my most favorite thing in all of Disney World. So
his chocolate-shaped mousse is his favorite thing.
It's really good. You should try it.
Okay.
And it even has this little crispy, or not
You've
crispy,
eaten in
but
Mexico.
like cake-type crumbly cake on the outside of it, which I don't know what it is, but it's actually
you
really
don't
good.
have reservations there this trip. Don't get too excited there.
That's true, but I've eaten it a lot, and it's pretty good.
You've eaten in Mexico? I
have been to Mexico. That was one of the first places I went. Actually, the first place I ever ate, the first time I went to Epcot in high school, was I ate in America. So I'm a pretty plain eater, pretty picky eater, and that was right up my alley because they serve American cuisine, and that's where we ate. I think I might have had a cheeseburger. So I ventured out a little bit out of my comfort zone there. But then to go to Mexico, I don't even remember what I ordered, unless it was a burrito with only meat and cheese. But it was still actually really nice. The ambiance inside Mexico
That's what I hear is gorgeous.
Awesome. You're sitting right next to the ride, which is coming down a little river, similar to like a Small World ride. So it's really nice and really cool to be there.
3 Caballeros.
Yeah, 3 Caballeros.
3 Caballeros.
Aye.
Ay.
I can talk a lot about Epcot. What's the best rides? I love them all. Really, I do. I like to say Test Track.
Park.
It is my favorite park. I like to say Test Track is my favorite ride. But I really think that Soarin' is really my favorite ride, and I'm very much looking forward to the new version. I know they've already shot several shots for it, and they've done flyovers over the Magic Kingdom, so I'm very much looking forward to that. What's your favorite ride?
Oh, mine's Test Track. We all know that. Especially since the new remodel. I mean, I love the old stuff too. But at night, if you ride Test Track, they have these great blue lines that when you're outside, and I just think that's the coolest thing ever, is coming around that.
Yeah, riding it at night is really cool for sure. It's nice to go out there at 65 miles an hour at nighttime. So it's a really fun ride. I do love that one too.
Okay, so our next question is from Jonathan. And Jonathan would like to know, what is your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom?
Oh, that's a pretty easy one. I mean, there's a ton of rides there that I love to ride on a regular basis, but my favorite ride has to be the Carousel of Progress. Just for the historical factor, Walt's involvement in the ride, and its entire history. It was first designed to be actually a part of a ride that would be in a new area known as Edison Square in Disneyland. But those plans were actually scrapped. And then the ride eventually was reimagined for the World's Fair, the 64-65 World's Fair, where it was a pretty big hit. And they brought it back eventually to Disneyland, which was cool. And it played there under the original song, actually. It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow was the original song, and it played with that there until it was shut down in 1973 in preparation for the move. So they do not have a Carousel of Progress anymore. It didn't open until 1975 in Magic Kingdom, where it did have a different song at the time called The Best Time of Your Life. And I've heard it, and a lot of people who went there,
Like it?
Since it's opened, they think it sounds weird to hear the current song, and it's not the same for them. But I'm kind of the opposite feeling, where the original is the best to me. So I love the new song, and you guys can take a listen to both of them and see what you think, see which one you think is better. And they eventually changed the song back to It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. And
That song's going to be in your head all night tonight now.
Yeah, that's a good one to get stuck in your head. It is actually the ringtone on my phone.
It is.
So I do love that ride because of its history. One of my favorite rides. And there is one small difference between the ride in Magic Kingdom as it is today and the one in Disneyland, and that's the fifth act of the top floor. No. In Disneyland, there's the spinning 4 acts on the ground floor, and then after you got off the ride, you would go upstairs to the 5th floor where they had stuff about Progress City and the future. I'd love to see what it looked like on the inside of the 5th act. That's, again, part of the historical factor and one of the reasons why it's my favorite ride. And I've been talking about it for a little too long now.
Yeah, I mean, do they want to hear mine now?
I don't know.
Well, I'll give it a go, I guess.
What's your favorite ride?
And the Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Well, that's tough for me. Growing up, I would say it was Big Thunder Mountain. I guess today it still is. It is a must-do ride for me. It is one of the rides that I cannot leave the park without doing. The Mine Train. It is short, yes, but I do love it. I do. I love it. I don't know if it's just because it's new or it just makes me happy. It's a really happy ride. And so I guess I got a tie for Magic Kingdom. And Pirates and PhilharMagic. And see, should I stop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll stop.
What's your favorite ride?
It's Magic Kingdom. My favorite ride is going to Disney World. Okay. So our next question, is also from Jonathan. He submitted 2.
Okay.
Okay, Jonathan wants to know what our favorite Disney movie is. I'm going to go first since he took forever with his carousel answer. I have 2. One being Mary Poppins. I watched it over and over and over every Friday night. My parents had movie night. We would go. We'd get to pick out a movie at Blockbuster, back in the day when they had Blockbusters and you had to go and pick out your movie. Every Friday night, same movie, Mary Poppins. They were so sick of it, but they got it for me every week. And secondly is the original Parent Trap with Haley Mills. Love it. These are my two favorite Disney movies.
That's 2.
They're tied. Sorry.
My favorite movie is definitely The Lion King. So nothing tops that for me. I love Simba. Love Mufasa.
Say it again.
I love Simba. Love Mufasa.
Ooh, say it again.
Yeah. Mufasa.
Ooh, say it again.
So that's my favorite movie.
Okay.
It's obvious why. It's a great movie.
I knew that answer too. We should go on Disney Newlywed Game. Okay. This question is all the way from Jupiter, Florida, from Brooke. And Brooke would like to know, what is your most magical memory of all times? And she wants each person to answer.
Oh. Okay. For me, I think there's one moment that stands out above the rest. It was kind of a special character moment where it was, I believe, the kids' first trip to Disney World, and we were in the Magic Kingdom, and we were right behind Cinderella's castle, and there's a little cast member door there, which goes into the backstage area and cast member only area. And out came, and this is like at 11 or 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. It was very, very late at night. And I have no idea. We were the only ones in the area. It was pretty dead in that area. And Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse came out. And it was like they were just there for us. It was really cool. And Minnie Mouse picks up Nathan and gives him a big hug. And she's like holding him. And we just got this personal one-on-one attention with just Mickey and Minnie, and it was really, really cool. that they did that. And I just don't know if they were like passing by on their way somewhere or if they just came out to say hi. I have no idea what exactly was going on because it's not like a line formed like normally. They just...
And they're never at that part of the park.
No, that's not
ever.
where they... I've never met a character in the alley behind Cinderella's castle. It was kind of a weird place to meet them, actually. So, but it was a really cool, fun experience. And it was some nice one-on-one Disney magic.
Okay, mine. Each trip has its own magical memory for me. And we go a lot, so I have a lot of magical memories. I will say, maybe we should talk about the Year Million Dreams. That was pretty magical. It didn't happen to us.
Oh, yeah.
But this was a magical moment that I promise will live with me until the day I die. During a Year of Million Dreams at Walt Disney World, they had these secret cast members, dream maker cast. Not really
people that would walk around and let you stay in the castle. They would pick up family at random,
pins or fast passes. It could
special
be
things
anything
that they would give out to people in the parks.
And we were we knew about them. I was on the spy for them, being me. Is that one? Is that one? And I'm pretty sure I saw one. And I turned to my husband to say, "Hey, babe, I think that's one of them." And there was a family coming up kind of catty corner to us. So as I turned to tell Nate, that's one of the dream makers, I know it is, we kind of got intercepted by this family. And here comes the cast members. And what are they? The dream maker ones. And what special dream are they going to make tonight for this family right in front of us?
Staying in the castle.
They got to stay in the castle.
In the Cinderella suite.
In the Cinderella suite, right in front of me. It was magical because I got to be a part of it. I got to see this happen. And, I'm like, okay, it's true. People are actually getting up into this castle. I don't know if I started crying at that part yet. I don't know if you recall, but I kind of, was like a part of the family. I didn't want to be left out. So
Oh, I forget what section of the park we were in, but it was pretty deep back in the park, and we were basically following them the entire way. On our way out of the park, they were actually headed to the castle.
They were headed to their room. And, the cast members did say we were more than welcome to walk with them. They were very pleasant about it. They're like, come on, come on. So we walked with them all the way up until they opened the door in the castle. And right before they closed the door, they all waved goodbye at us, and we waved back, and they closed the door, and I looked at Nathan and I started crying. Like uncontrollably, sobbing and crying. That was my stay. If he would have just been up with me 5 inches, we could have got that castle night suite, I swear. So, it's a funny, sad, magical memory that will stick with me forever. Okay. Hey, we got a question from Danielle. Hi, Danielle. Danielle wants to know if you could only ride one ride in any of the parks all day, which would it be? I'm going to let you go first this time. Any of the parks, one ride all day.
Any of the parks?
Any of the parks, one ride all day.
Tower of Terror.
Whoa, you would just drop all day? I don't know if a person could handle that. Is that your final answer?
Soarin'.
You could fly all day?
I think I could, yeah. I love the music and the smells.
Could you sleep?
I could probably take a nap a few times.
You think?
If I needed to, yeah. And I'd probably stay awake a few times. How about you?
Well, I would say any park all day. Got 4 parks.
One world.
That's true. I'm going to say the People Mover.
What?
The People Mover.
I love the People Mover, but what are you talking about?
Like, you just sit up there in the breeze, and you can take naps, and you can people watch, and you're constant moving. There's not, a song that's going to annoy you all day long.
Paging Mr. Morrow.
Mr. Tom Morrow. I would love that.
All day?
All day. All day, every day.
Oh.
All right. Moving on. Okay. Ernie. Hope you're doing a good job, Ernie. We're still rooting for you. Ernie has a question. His question is, what is the rarest character you've seen in the parks?
That's a good one. I think the rarest that I've ever seen was probably Jiminy Cricket.
Is he small?
No, he's a lot taller than you'd think he would be. And you just don't see him very often. And that was pretty neat. But I would say, for me, someone that I'm looking to meet, which I've found to be very rare, is Max, Goofy's son.
Tokyo.
I saw a picture of him in Tokyo, and I was
with Oswald.
Yeah, they have Oswald. But it was with Goofy. So the picture was with Goofy, and I was just so shocked, and I was like, I want to meet Max. Why have I not got to meet him? And of course, everybody told me that, he's out in California, and I don't know if he's there all the time or just sometimes, but I was told a few places I can look for him in Disney World as well, but I was mainly told that it's just completely random, and there's no way to tell if he will be there or not. So,
same with Peter.
I'm on the lookout for him, so I do want to meet Max.
The rarest one I'd have to see, when we just got back from the 24 Hours event, Heroes versus Villains party. So they had some pretty rare characters out there. I saw the Queen of Hearts. I know that, she's in the parade, but she's still a pretty rare meet and greet character. I believe I saw the Big Bad Wolf when we were leaving around 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. He was out there dancing right there on, right in front of the train station. Ones that, that's about all I know about those. Our next question is from Danielle again. And she has a scary question. Okay. If Disney was no longer around, what would you do?
Oh.
You broke him. He's broken.
I don't know how to respond to that, really.
I would say the Elephant Graveyard, but...
I mean, I'd obviously go to a theme park here and there or whatever. I don't know that it would
nothing be like this.
It would never be the same. I mean, I would do something, but I would probably... I don't know what I would do. What can you do without Disney?
Honestly, our lives really do revolve around Disney. So,
if you happen to have been hearing that noise the entire time, it's actually our dog Lady who's been trying to get into the room.
She wants to be a part of the vlog.
Just everybody if you're wondering what that noise is.
Should we let Lady in?
No, not right this second.
I'm sorry, she can't come in. Everybody loves her.
Maybe after.
Okay. What would I do if there was no Disney? Disney's been a part of me since air was put into my lungs. I don't honestly know how to answer that either. I would try other parks to have fun, but I guess I wouldn't know I'd be missing Disney magic somewhere along the line, but it would be nothing fulfilling as Disney is to me now. I hope that answers your question. I'd like to know what you would do if there was no Disney. I know you're a pretty big Disney fan, Danielle. We got a couple more questions as we were recording from Britt.
Okay.
Hi, Britt. Amber. Okay. She wants to know if we met at Disney.
No.
No, we did not meet at Disney. And does the love that we have for Disney make our love stronger? Love is an open door, Amber.
Let it go.
He's so cheesy. Another mouse pun.
It doesn't hurt.
It's something that we enjoy together. It makes our family stronger.
It is something that we can all share together, that we all love and have a common interest in. So it definitely builds the strength of love, for sure.
Yes. And if you stay Disney, how can you not love all the time, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. And then Amber had another question. What is one character you cannot miss?
Mickey Mouse.
Ding, ding, ding. Points for Vicky again. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I love seeing him. So anytime I can go and see him and check him out. And last trip, we got to see Talking Mickey.
Highlight of his life.
That was an amazing experience. It was really cool. And I loved watching it. So it was really neat. And it was fun to watch the kids enjoy it, but I actually enjoyed it just as much. So that was really cool. Got to see Mickey.
Mine is Mary Poppins. I love Mary Poppins, so I have to see her every trip too. It's just something that brings joy to my life. And we seeing that white dress, there she is. Tears. Mary's in front of me. I just love Mary. Here's Navy. Autumn is in bed already.
Autumn is asleep.
So we got one last question. It's from one of our head dorks, Jessica. And Jessica wants to know, what are the characters that the little dorks enjoy meeting the most?
Mine would be Mickey, but I think Autumn's is, maybe Minnie or Tinkerbell or one of them. Maybe, Anna and Elsa, probably one of them.
Oh, I think you're right, buddy. I think you're right.
She would like to meet them.
I'm pretty sure it would be Anna and Elsa now.
And yours is just Mickey alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Talking Mickey versus the other Mickey? What's your favorite Mickey?
The Talking Mickey or, the Silent Mickey. That's hard.
Yeah. Because you're a little nervous with the Talking Mickey? No?
No.
Well, why is it hard?
Well, it's hard because they both look the same. But the only difference is voice and no voice. That's the only difference.
Okay, so a couple more questions for you.
What is your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom?
The People Mover.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, because it's classic. Originally in Walt Disney's idea of the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, aka Epcot, with initials. The People Mover and the monorail were supposed to be a use of transportation.
You like transportation?
Yeah. And on the ride, they even show you the model of the plan of the city. Yeah. It's classic. Well, not really classic. It's if it was actually used for transportation in Walt Disney's plan in 1970, around there, 1960s, then it would be classic. It would be classic if Walt Disney didn't die before his plan of where Walt Disney World will actually be and the updates and how it would be. If that actually happened, then it would be classic.
Okay. What's your favorite Disney movie?
I would say Cars.
Yeah, Cars.
Yeah.
Cars 1 or 2?
1.
Original?
Yes.
The best one. It's great.
Okay, if you could ride only one ride in the park, any park, all day, which would it be?
Test Track.
Oh, that's a really good answer, bud.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe I'll change mine.
Why? What was yours?
Isn't that what you said?
No, I said the People Mover.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's fast, and you can make your own car. You can test different designs that you like every time.
And Brookie wants to know, what's your most magical memory in Disney World?
I would say my first visit at Disney.
Is your magical?
What do you remember from it?
I don't remember anything.
And how do you know it was your most magical?
No, what is your most magical memory?
Memory.
Oh,
What you do remember.
Yeah.
The first time I rode on the new test track.
Really?
Really?
That's a great one.
New test track.
Do you like new test track better than old test track?
Well, they have the same track, but the reason how 2.0 has technology and all that stuff, I would say that 2.0 is better. But apparently some people argue, and there's a debate going on which one's better, apparently. That's what I think it's going on in the comments in certain videos. I see a lot of people saying that they want the old test track back.
The dummies?
Yeah, with the dummies and all that stuff. Like modern times.
Test track dummies.
Test track dummies.
So yeah, I agree with you. I love 2.0. It's much better.
Our opinion. If you want to share your thoughts about if 2.0 or 1.0 of test track is better, type it in the comments below.
And subscribe.
And as always, stay Disney.
Stay Disney.
Stay Disney, guys. Thanks for your questions.